problem 6, one of the last things we're going to talk about is what happens if we have a coefficient on our x inside the radical function, as well as a horizontal shift going on inside the radical function. So as you can see in your notes, we know that we can evaluate the radical or the square root of the 9 by itself. So actually, if I take my 9x plus 18 and factor out the 9, so again, I'll factor out the 9 from the 18 as well. And because this is normally x minus h form, we go ahead and write it like this, x minus the negative 2. So we can see this 9 out front. I can actually take the square root of 9, bring it outside my radical, and now that's just actually going to be a compression factor, which here will actually be an expansion factor. So that's going to expand my graph 3 times away from the x-axis. This is still going to be a horizontal shift, and since it would actually be x plus 2, we know it's counterintuitive. It would actually shift 2 units to the left. So I want you guys to try that here. Notice this is a cube root now, but pause the video and try to factor out something under the cube root so that you can take the cube root of it and bring it out so that we actually have a compression factor in front of our graph and less of a horizontal shift, because I don't really want to shift my graph 32 units to the left. That would be pretty annoying. So if you see, I'm actually just going to show it through Pearson because save some time writing out the work. Hopefully you realize that that 8 is what can be factored out, and therefore I'm going to factor the 8 out of the 32 also. So if I show this answer and I show my solution page, when I factor out the 8, I now have x plus 4. The minus 2 stays outside. When I pull the cube root of 8, that's just 2. Now I can write this as x plus 4 or x minus the negative 4. Either way, I know that I'm going to shift left. So I see that gives me a shift left 4 units. This gives me a shift down 2 units, and the 2 out front gives me a compression factor, so it's going to be expanded by 2 times the normal distance away from the x-axis. Hopefully you guys have understood everything from this lesson. If your notes are completely filled out, go ahead and take them up to the guest teacher and get your homework and start on our practice assignment. If you need to borrow a TI-83 and take it out of class, please make sure that the guest teacher has your calculator number written down so we know who has what calculators, because I really do not want to have to charge you guys for them. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and we will review all of this tomorrow when I am back.